Hi guys and welcome back. So in this video what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going back on something I've already done. I'm going to be giving you a little review of the Voopoo drag. The last review I did was my first ever video and I've watched it over a couple of times. I've missed information out. I wasn't very happy with it. Since I've been doing more videos I've got more confident, so we're going to give it another go at looking at the Voopoo drag. So first thing first, tell you what it is for those that don't know. It is a regulated mod with a maximum power of 157 watts. Strange number, I know, but that's what they've done it to. It takes two 18650 batteries. So yeah, regulated mod, 157 watts, two 18650 batteries. There we go. So let's have a look in the box, or at the box to start off with. So you've got this little black box, Voopoo up in the top corner, drag in very big letters straight across the middle, and with gene chip, which is the name of the chipset inside the mod. On the side you'll have your barcode, you'll have drag resin plate, and it will show you the colour. That outside line of that circle is the colour of the body of the mod, so my one is black. And the inside of it will be what sort of colour the resin plate is on it. That resin plate right there. See, I've got the green one. Now on the back of the box you have got the contents of the kit, which we'll be going through in a minute. We have a warning with age restrictions, which it does actually say 21 on this, whereas in the UK it would be 18. You've got your scratch code to make sure it is genuine, another barcode, and then obviously all of your sort of safety things, that it's passed British standards or whatever it is that they are. So now inside the box, fairly easy to open. Just take that off like so. You have your foam insert, which the mod will be sitting in when you get it. Take the foam insert out. You then have a sheet of cardboard. Take the cardboard out and you'll have your user's manual, your warranty card, and I think I've probably put this in here from my other drag, another user's manual, and then this little card. It's like a mini business card, especially for the gene chip. It's got gene on the front and on the back. It purely says powerful chip, born for forever, gene. That's it. So that's what's in the box. You'll also have in the box, which I've taken out the box, a USB cable, plugging it into a computer, not for charging. So that's the box. So in my last review I missed out the diameters of it. So what we are going to do quickly now is I'm going to measure it for you on camera. So height. We have 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. The width of it is 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. And the depth is a little over 2 inches. It's about 5.25 centimeters. So there we go, there are the measurements, and I'm also going to show you the weight it is, because it is quite a weighty mod. I like that, however. So pop it on the scales. Let's be more accurate, shall we? Let's take the dripper off the top. So pop it on the scales, and there we have it, 297.4 grams. So, you know, just over a quarter of a kilo. That's with the batteries in, so it is quite a weighty mod. So if you're after something light, then this probably isn't for you. But then there's the other vapors out there that are like me, that do like to feel the extra bit of weight in their hands. It sort of gives you a sense of good build quality. So there's the size and the weight, and now we are going to have a look at the build quality. It is metal. What metal, I cannot tell you. It is heavy to hold in the hands. You can feel the weight. It feels like a good build. It feels like if you drop it, it's not going to fall to pieces. But with saying that, don't drop your mods. They're not built to be dropped. You've got your air vents on the bottom there. Don't know if you can see. You can see that slightly on the camera, or I can as I'm recording it. Got your air vents there. You've got your 510 at one end on the top there. It's at the front, same side that the screen and the buttons are on. You've got your resin plate there. It's got sort of quite a soft touch to it, being resin. And the good thing about the resin plate on the Voopoo drags is it makes them unique because it's out of resin. You'll never have two that are identical. There'll always be something different in the pattern of the colours. So every single Voopoo drag with a resin plate is, in theory, a one-off. Then on the front you've got your fire button. Don't know if you can hear that there. Nice clicky clicky, so you can certainly feel that you've pushed it. You've got your up button and your down button, and then in the middle there, let's make it light up. You've got your screen, as you can see there, turning it on. I turned it off while showing you how clicky the button is. And your battery door, which is held on by two fairly powerful magnets. I mean, I haven't had that fall off yet. I know I've told you not to drop it. I have knocked mine over, not dropped it, knocked it over, and that did not fall off. So that is quite a powerful magnet on there. So the function, let's have a look at the function of it. The Voopoo drag, it has got memory settings that can be altered. It's got wattage mode. It has got, hold on, let me just get the menu up for you. It has got voltage mode, and it has also got temperature control mode. So now I'm going to tell you how you play around with these settings. So obviously, when you put your tank or your dripper or anything on top, you've got your resistance of the coil. It will tell you on the screen. It will also try and auto-select a wattage. So I put this on and it automatically sets it to 85. It's a 0.1 ohm build. It also shows you your voltage, your current wattage that you're at, and your battery life. Now you've got your up and your down buttons. While in wattage mode, it's pretty obvious what they do. They go up and down the wattages. You can hold it down, you can keep pushing it. Now this has got a pretty cool feature. When you're going up in the wattage mode, if you hold it down, it will stop at 129. If you click it up to 130, it will then come up saying super on the screen. It does ramp up extremely fast. Now, Voopoo have claimed that this has a 0.025 second response. That's 25 milliseconds from pushing the button to getting power. That's a very, very quick ramp up, especially for a regulated mod. You're not going to get many mods that can match that. I mean, there are mods out there that can match it. There are probably mods out there that are faster than it. But considering I only paid £47 for this, 25 milliseconds is stupidly fast. Okay, so you've got that. You've got your wattage mode. Now, to get it into temperature control, what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to click your fire button 3 times. Now, first of all, it goes into stainless steel temperature mode. Click it another 3 times. It will go into nichrome or nickel temperature mode. Click it another 3 times. It will go into titanium temperature mode. And then you click it another 3 times after that, and it will go back to your wattage mode. Now I know you can't see that screen on the camera very well. It does blur out. It is very bright. So you've got that, and also to get into the menu, if you hold down your forget that, hold down your up and your down button at the same time, it will then open up a menu. In that menu, you can access your wattage mode, you could access your memory slots, 1 to 5, it has 5 memory slots, we'll talk about that later in a minute. You can switch it to voltage mode, SN, which is the serial number of your gene chip. The SN in the menu will bring up your serial number. And then you've got what looks like a floppy disk. The old computers, if you're too young to know what a floppy disk is, sorry, can't help you. Bring that up and it will tell you what version you are running. Now that is updatable. I'll tell you about that in a minute when we go on to the cable. So you've got that, you've got your menu, you've got your temperature control. I haven't used temperature control, I don't really like it. So other than that, if you hold the fire button and the up button, you will then lock your mod. So you cannot do anything. So you can't fire it in your pocket, nothing. And to unlock it, you do the exact same thing. Hold your up and your fire button. That's locking the screen. If you hold your fire and your down button, what you're going to do is you're going to flip the screen. I know you can't see what it says there, but you might be able to see what happens. There we go. I don't know if you saw that then. That did flip. There we go. So that just flips it up the other way. Nothing special. No, that's not the way I like it. I like it that way. So yeah, there's your functions. Now, let's go on about the cable for hooking it up to a computer. It is a micro USB. You have your micro USB port there to a USB. You plug it into a laptop or a computer. And then what you can do, you can go onto the Voopoo website and you can download the software onto your computer. And then what it's going to do is it's going to pick up that you've plugged your Voopoo in, and you open up the software and you can change a number of things. You can change what comes up on the screen when you turn it on. You can change what comes up on the screen when you turn it off. You can change the font, the size. I mean, I've made it so mine doesn't say off when I turn it off. It says goodbye. And it also says Vaporizer 7.7 when it turns on, rather than Voopoo drag. And so that's the cool playing around bits you can do on the software. Now, the interesting stuff that you can do on the software is with your memory settings, that I said about earlier in the menu, you've got 5 memory slots. Now, you can go on there and you can adjust the wattage curve. So instead of just setting your wattage to 100 and have it blast now 100 every time, you can adjust the curve, and it does it in seconds. So for the first second, say your ideal wattage is going to be 100, but the coil you've built has got a slow ramp up because there's a lot of metal. You could whack your first second and you stick it on 120, and you can have it, say, slowly coming down in an arc down to 100 watts, have it sitting at 100 watts, and then have it drop off at the end, depending on how long you like to take a hit from your mod. So you can adjust the wattage curve there when you're in wattage mode. You can do that on the computer once you've plugged it in. You can save it to your device. You can also, there's also memory settings for the temperature control. You can change the temperature curve when you have it in temperature control as well. So it'll start off at a certain temperature, and then you can have it sort of curve round or curve upwards to another temperature, and then drop back off or kick up at the end, depending on what you like. It's some very precise adjustments. You can tailor it to exactly how you want to vape, which is just another thing that makes the Voopoo drag amazing. It is an amazing bit of kit. So you've got your menu, you've got your locking, you've got your updates. You can also, like I say, you can also update your firmware as well through that same bit of software by plugging it into your computer. Not that they have released a new one yet for the Voopoo drag. So yeah, so that's your functions. That's your wattage mode, your voltage mode, your temperature control, and all of that. Performance. So like I said earlier, it has got a 0.025 second response. Now, I'm not sure what this is going to kick out at me because the batteries are running quite low at the moment. But let me just whack a bit of juice in here and I can show you how she performs. Its performance is amazing. Honestly, it hits like a train. Obviously, if you're a builder and you've got an RDA or an RTA, and it does depend also a lot on your build. It will depend on your wicking, what tank you're using. But other than that, the mod itself does hit hard and fast. So let's have a little look, shall we? So there we go, there's his performance. It is absolutely amazing. The battery life is amazing. I mean, I'm not a chain vaper. I will just vape normally through the day. I don't know what you call normally. Everyone's different. And I can usually get a day out of the batteries. So I'm not having to carry around another pair of batteries with me like I would if I was on my mech mod. So there's the performance. It performs amazingly. Going back to the build. So I did forget to show you the batteries. So there's your battery door. They are spring-loaded connectors at the top and bottom, and you have this bit of ribbon here, which makes popping your batteries out very, very easy. There you go, you just pull the ribbon and they're out. Then when you put them back in, make sure if you want to use the ribbon, take them out afterwards, that you keep the ribbon underneath. And also the 510 on this, 510 is wicked. I mean, I've had this a while, I use it, this is my most used mod, I use this all the time. So you've got your 510 there. It's a very good quality 510. I mean, they haven't used any cheap parts in the making of this mod, which is why I can't understand why it's such a good price. I haven't had any wobble in that, I haven't had any wear, the thread hasn't gone. So you'll have no problems with 510. I haven't seen any reported problems with the 510 while I've been online on the Facebook groups and stuff like that. I haven't seen any problems at all. I mean, it is quite a boxy shape, quite retro, back to the sort of the old first box mods that came out. It's not all curved or fitted to your hand like they all are, but it doesn't make it. I mean, I hold it, I have 3 fingers on the back, 1 finger underneath and thumb there. So then, bang, straight up to your mouth, not a problem. I love it. There are people out there that wouldn't like it, but I do love it. And also, another problem some vapors might have, personally I don't, some vapors might, is with the width of the top of the mod. So let's go back and have another look again. Like I said, that is only 1 inch, which is 25 centimetres, millimetres, sorry, 25 millimetres. Oh, 25 centimetres, that would be massive. You wouldn't be able to hold it. So yeah, 25 millimetres. So the problem that might hold for some vapors is the size of your dripper or your tank. At the moment, I've got a 22mm on there. It's the Cheetah RDA by OBS. I've got a 22mm, no overhang. You can fit a 24mm on there with no overhang. You might get what seems to be a little bit of overhang because with the design of it, I don't know if you see, you've got like a little ledge along there on both sides. So that little ledge on there on both sides does make it appear as it has overhang, but a 24 shouldn't have overhang. 25mm, however, you are going to have a tiny bit of overhang. So for me, that wouldn't bother me. I have used bigger tanks, bigger drippers on this. The overhang doesn't bother me at all. I know there are vapors out there that are slightly OCD with this. They won't allow any overhang on their mods at all. So unfortunately for you guys, this wouldn't be the mod for you. But it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I still think it is an amazing bit of kit. So let's have a quick recap. Look at the pros and cons. So the pros, everything basically is a pro in my opinion. That is only my opinion. You might think different. It's a wicked design. It's a good weight. It feels good in the hand. It's an amazing build. It has amazing performance. The fact that you can tailor it to how you want to vape, I think, is an incredible bit of technology. Yeah, it's just a wicked bit of kit. I mean, cons. The only cons that I can think it would have would be for the vapors that don't like any overhang, that want a bigger tank or dripper. That might be a con to some people. I've seen online that some people don't like the fact it says drag in massive letters down the side. I haven't seen that a lot. I have only seen a couple of cases of that. Again, personally, that doesn't bother me. That wouldn't be a con for me. I love everything about this mod. So yeah, any more cons that I can think of? I mean, apart from the weight, some people like a light mod, like the Tesla Y is reported to be quite light. I haven't had one personally, but I have heard people say it is incredibly light. So yeah, if you're one of those vapors that like a light mod, you don't want anything heavy in your hand, then obviously the weight would be a con as well. So the only cons to it are subjective cons. The only cons there are ones that are only going to apply to certain vapors. They're going to be things that only bother certain people. But general cons, there are none. It's an amazing build quality. You can adjust it however you like. It's reliable, fast response. Its function is amazing. Its build is amazing. It is an amazing mod. So there you have it. Pros and cons. All pros, no cons, unless you're fussy. So that was the Voopoo Drag. absolutely amazing bit of kit. You can pick them up almost anywhere. Not many shops stock them, however. I've only found 2 shops that stock the Voopoo drag. So if you do want a Voopoo drag, you are going to have to buy one online. I will put a link to where I bought mine in the description. I'll have a little shop around. I'll put links to other places you can buy them in the description. And yeah, if you wouldn't mind, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do have a group on Facebook called Vape Central. I am on Instagram under Vaporizer77 and I am on Twitter under Vaporizer77. So yeah, if you want to pop along, follow me on Insta, follow me on Twitter, join the Facebook group, whatever you want. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.